So the end of the school year is right around the corner, and as we look at what our summers can look like with our families, we wanted to think about some ways that we can add connection in that time together. Connection can look like a lot of different things, but first and foremost, when I think about connection, I think of delighting in my child. Whether my child is 5 months old or 25 years old, showing delight in them for who they are. Not what they do, not how they perform, not what grades they brought home or how well they cleaned up their room, but simply delighting in them as a person. And that doesn't mean that if we have big behaviors or things that need to be addressed, we don't take care of it. It just means that in that moment, we delight in them and love them for who they are. Other things we can do, play. Play is not something I'm really great at, true confession. But play doesn't have to be get on your hands and knees and pretend that you're a dinosaur. Play can look like digging in a sandbox. Play can look like swimming in the swimming pool. Play can look like blowing up a balloon and batting it around together. Play can be sitting in a movie theater, watching a movie with your teenager, or playing a video game together, or inviting your kid into something that you enjoy, like reading books or baking. Play can look so many different ways, but play disarms fear and play builds connection. And then holding structure and nurture together. So what is structure? Structure is not being rigid in what we're doing. Structure is saying that we have boundaries and we're going to hold to those. And when we step outside of those boundaries, we're going to address it. We correct the behaviors when needed, but it is held alongside this nurture. So when we increase the structure, when we increase the demands of structure, of what we expect behaviorally, then we increase nurture alongside it. And that nurture is, again, just delighting in our child for simply who they are. When they perform poorly, we may need to correct them, but we do not withhold our love. And fourth, just be creative together, whatever that looks like. I find that I want to be the Pinterest mom, and I'm just not, and that's okay. I don't have to be. I was creative with my little recently, and we made braided bracelets together. It was very simple and used materials that were around the house. So find some way that you can be creative. So what are we going to do in our spare time this summer? We're going to play. We're going to create. We're going to make sure we build structure and nurture. And we're going to have delight in our children simply for who they are. All of these things cost $0 to do. It just takes being intentional.